Hi guys, I've got a request, and Jackie from Hong Kong asks, I don't really understand how the subject plus object system like in other videos really works. Can you please help me? Sure, so I've made this video. Let's take a look. Example, I buy an apple. In English, the subject first and the verb right after the subject, and whatever comes after the subject, the verb, it comes after the verb. But in Japanese, the subject first and the object in the middle and the verb at last. In this case, 私はリンゴを買う。私はリンゴを買う. But I feel this is not about what Jackie asked. I feel more like Jackie is asking about particles, how to pick particles, the right ones. And if this is not about what you meant, Jackie, I'm sorry. I took it completely wrong way and made wrong video. But I guess I'm assuming that this is what you meant. So I'll talk about that particle things. Particles are wa, ga, o, ni. All the subject and object, and sometimes as other nouns. In Japanese, they need particles to sound natural. And these particle things are so disgusting. I really hate it because this is what makes non-Japanese speakers confused completely and it drives them nuts. So don't worry about particles things too much because just take it like Japanese sounds natural because of these particles. And the question is how to pick the right one for your subject and object. And this is all about mastering how to speak fluent Japanese. The best way is that I can come up with is just to get used to how the Japanese is spoken. You learn language from the way they speak it. You don't learn it from grammar books or anime or anything but how people speak the language. And this is not the answer for the request, so I came up with simple rules that maybe you can use or you want to use for some situations. So let's start from the subject. Example, I buy an apple. The subject is I, which means watashi, and particles for the subject are wa or ga usually. Maybe this is it, wa or ga. Don't worry about other particles like ni or de, whatever. There might be more particles than that, but don't worry about it. So which one to pick? Which is the right one to pick? Watashi wa or watashi ga? The trick you can use in most cases, just stay with wa. It's really handy. This particle, wa, it fits in many situations. So just use wa for your subject. But there is a specific situations when ga should come for the subject. I mean, when you need to clarify the subject, you need to use ga instead of wa. When someone asks you who bought this apple, and you say, I bought it. In this case, you need to say watashi ga katta because you need to clarify the subject of the verb. Just say watashi ga katta. Or other situations like when you want to say I will blah 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 answering someone's questions. Anyone who wants to do blah 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 and you say I'll do it. In this case, watashi ga yarimasu. So the tricks you can use for the subject. 1. Stay with wa in most cases. 2. Pick ga when you need to clarify the subject. This is the basic tricks you can use, and let's move on to particles for object. Which one is the right one to pick? And it depends on the verb you use. And the trick you can use is to check if the verb is action verb or non-action verb. When the verb is action verb, the object always needs o. In this case, リンゴを買う. Other example, eat food, ご飯を食べる. Shoot a gun, 銃を撃つ. By the way, gun is 銃. And if you want to say, kick an ass, ケツを蹴る. So just check the verb, and if the verb is action verb, use all for your object. Yeah, and I know this is very confusing. As I said earlier, the only way to pick the right particles or conjunctions in Japanese is you learn it from the way the language is spoken. You learn it from the people talking in Japanese. Maybe you can take a class or learn grammars, but you won't be able to speak fluently. Then how? I've been thinking about this since I got this request, and the idea is from how I learned English. I'll post a video talking about the idea since this video series is only to reply the request made by my subscribers. I'll title the video something like 30 seconds trial or something like that. The video will be up soon. I hope you guys check it out too. Thank you for watching, and if you have any requests or questions, just let me know. See you later.